Hello and welcome to Structuring an Effective Presentation, Part 2. When you were in grade school, did you ever have a teacher that forced you to produce an outline before you were allowed to write your short story or your essay? And did you hate having to make all that effort to do an outline before you could begin the actual writing? Well, if so, that teacher did you a big favor. In the last presentation, we talked about the importance of having a really simple, clear organization for an oral presentation. Because when the audience has nothing to guide them but your voice, you need to be very clear in the structure of your talk. And an outline is the best way to produce that clear organization. Get it clear in your own head and get that reflected in the presentation itself. Especially with the main body, we talked about how important it is that your 2 to 4, maybe 5 maximum points that you're going to cover in the main body, how important it is that they all reinforce your theme and that they build to a strong conclusion. And the best way of doing that is to use an outline. And you don't need any special software for this. You can fire up Microsoft Word and just type in 3 headings in a nice big font: introduction, main body, conclusion. Or you can open up PowerPoint or Keynote or whatever your presentation software is. And again, make 3 title slides for introduction, main body, conclusion. And there, you've started your outline, and you keep everything blank, no formatting, because at this point, you're just concentrating on the main points of your presentation. So in our scenario here, you are the dean of the CE unit at a fictional Bushwood College, and you're about to present to the college executive on all the contributions that CE makes to the college. So you go to your main body title slide, and then you just insert another slide and put financial contribution at the top of it. Because you know that you run a surplus and that contributes to the college's operation. So there's one of the things that CE contributes. And then you just fire up another slide and put marketing on it. Because you know that CE has its own budget and it spends that marketing in the local community, which builds recognition for the college in its city. The academic side tends to be more focused on the national and international markets, so you're really the one who gets the college recognition and within the local area. And then as you're thinking, your enrollment actually contributes to the college's full-time equivalent enrollment target, because CE enrollments do contribute at a certain ratio. So you'd create another slide and smack that down. And then finally, you know that because of the type of training you offer and the fact that you do have a budget, you support the staff of the college with staff training and support for events, whether it's registration, money for prizes, etc. So I'll put down the staff contribution. And at that point, we're at 4 main body points, which is probably enough. So we're going to stop putting things down. If we want to speak a bit more about our financial contribution to college events, we'll put it under the staff training community point. Keep everything within a manageable number of main points. Okay, but looking at this, they don't really build in a logical way. So the advantage of doing an outline is all we've got are, at this point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 slides with headings on them. So we'll go into the slide navigator and we'll just drag them around into a logical order. The enrollment is kind of a surprising thing because most of the college probably won't know that you actually contribute to the enrollment target. They'll know about the money perhaps, but not this. So that's kind of a good surprising fact to start with and get everyone's attention. So we'll put that first. And now enrollment is a tangible contribution, and the other tangible contribution we've got here is the money. So these are kind of the 2 material things. So we'll follow with the financial contribution. Now our next points really are less about a material contribution and, in a way, more about building the community, staff training, event support. That's the community within the college, whereas your marketing efforts within the city are making the college part of the wider community. So one of the ways to organize a presentation is to go from small to big. So let's put in staff training, and then we'll expand that out to how we get the college recognized in the wider community, and end on a strong theme of community. And so looking back, we'll rejig our enrollment in financial points to emphasize that they contribute to the prosperity and the success of the college community as a whole, and emphasize so that we'll have a theme of community that unites all of these points. Well, now that we've got clear on our main body and just where we're going with this presentation, it's a lot easier to fill in the introduction. So I'll go back to the introduction slide and add a slide beneath it with our attention getter. And one of the ways of it getting attention is to promise something that they can check in with at the end of the presentation. So you're going to hear 3 CE facts you didn't know before this. About me will just be super brief. Been dean for 5 years. I've been learning a lot. And then as the preview of what's to come, the preview of the main body, mention that you're proud to be part of the college community, and you're going to talk about the ways that CE contributes to that community. So you're already building the theme of community, the thing that will unify your main points into a strong message and make them more than just a bunch of random things you talk about. And just as having our main body sorted out lets us know what we want to say in the introduction, it also lets us know what we want to do in the conclusion. So as always, questions, you need to summarize, emphasize community. And again, because spoken presentation is a really bad way to deliver detailed, specific information, we'll have a handout with the financials and the enrollment data. So again, you might make a note in the introduction to let people know ahead of time there'll be a handout, so they're listening to you rather than scrambling trying to write stuff down. And we'll finish up with a thank you. And there we have how an outline can create a strong, unified presentation. So it's time for me to thank you. We'll have an example of this very presentation in the handouts. Because of course it's now time to fill in those slides with details and illustrations. So there's lots more to do. But thank you for now. And as always, if you have any questions, comments, cavils, examples of your own to offer, please feel free to add them in the discussion boards. Thank you, and bye for now.